UL Institute of Advanced Driving. Drive with confidence.
This is Mwangaza Prime News with Daisy Paul.
A very good evening to you on this 6th day of October. I trust you're doing fine from wherever you are watching us from. This is Mwangaza Prime News and my name is Daisy Paul. Our sign language interpreter is Naomi Matthew and we welcome you to this bulletin tonight. Now, the government has unlocked one of the flagship projects of Kenya Vision 2030, the Lamu Port, South Sudan, Ethiopia Transport Lapset Corridor. Construction of the first 410 kilometers of the Lamu, Masalani, Ijara, Garissa, Isiolo corridor at a cost of 28 billion Kenyan shillings is on course. And speaking during the inspection of the ongoing work, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki expressed his satisfaction with the progress and urged the contractor to remain on target, adding that during the last inspection by President William Ruto on February this year, 17 kilometers had been completed, and in the last 7 months, 71 kilometers had been completed.
The Kenya Kwanza government has committed a lot of resources to open up this area. Already, as I have said, between Lamu, this road runs from Lamu, it comes to Garissa, and it goes all the way to Isiolo. It passes through 7 very vast constituencies from Lamu West to Ijara to Fafi, where we are. This place is called Nagini in Fafi. And then it goes all the way to Garissa Township, to Mbalambala, it goes to Agdera, all the way to Isiolo North, Isiolo South, into Isiolo Town. The total coverage of this project up to Isiolo is 410 kilometers, 250 between Lamu and Garissa Town, 160 between Garissa Town and Isiolo Town. This road and this corridor will supplement the other highway we are building to connect Mandera Town with Isiolo Town. Again, that road on the other side is 750 kilometers, and the contractors are on site as we speak. I'm very pleased to note that a lot of progress has been made since the President's visit in February. When President William Ruto came here in February, only 17 kilometers had been completed of this section between Lamu and Garissa Town, which is 248 kilometers in total, but only 17 kilometers have been done. Today, just a few months later, I'm very impressed to note that right now 72 kilometers are complete. Between Garissa and here, Nanigi, it's about 65 kilometers, and another 6 kilometers between the Lamu port coming this way. Nimeambiwa na wale ambao wanahusika ya kwamba kuna target ama ile lengo ambao liko ni kufikia March next year tuwe tumeongeza hii barabara maradufu iwe imefika kilomita 120 ambayo itakuwa imekamilika by that time. So we are doing a good job. The estimation is that by March next year, between 120 and 130 kilometers will have been tarmacked up to blacktop, meaning that this, in a short while, in the next 2 or so years, we will have covered this stretch and made sure that this area is open for development.
And the government has advised Kenyans seeking employment opportunities outside Kenya to use the right channel and asked them to stop using tourist visas to seek employment. Labour Principal Secretary Shadrack Mwadime has said a number of Kenyans leave the country in search of opportunities abroad on tourist visas. He made the remarks in Canada while on an official tour to source for employment opportunities for skilled Kenyans. Mr. Mwadime said many Kenyans have ended up wasting their resources on documents that do not merit.
I want to give a warning to young Kenyans that getting a tourist visa does not guarantee you a job in the international labor market. A work permit will guarantee you a job, and it is the responsibility of the government of Kenya and the governments of the countries of destination to ensure that that pathway is established. So rather than being cheated, hoodwinked, people steal your money for no reason at all, it's better that we create this pathway and you're able to follow it to access the job that you need to take up in these countries of destination. That is the reason why I'm here, and I'm here with some of my technical heads. We want to encourage a savings culture. The object is for us to get to know of the official job opportunities that are available in accordance with the government of Canada, the federal government of Canada. We do not want to encourage at all anybody to access jobs that have not been declared vacant. The object of our coming to Canada is to source for employment opportunities for our young people, and our focus is on skilled manpower. We had a two-pronged approach. We were able to meet employers, but we were also able to meet government officials at high-ranking levels, both in the federal government and also the provincial government. So we were able to have meetings with various stakeholders in government, including the immigration department, but also the various sectors that obtain in this economy, be it maybe in the agricultural sector, education, just various sectors that we were able to interact with. The object as to why we are pushing for this labor mobility program is to ensure a number of our young people are able to secure employment opportunities in the international labor market. And it is twofold. We know Kenyans are very patriotic, and they will be able to save as much as possible and repatriate the same back home. We desire to come up with packages for Kenyans as they work abroad in terms of ensuring that we give them tax holidays so that their investment gets a return that is as high as possible.
Kenya Sugar Board Chair Nicholas Gumbo has assured more than 5,000 sugarcane workers that the ongoing leasing of public sugar mills to private investors will not result in mass job losses, but instead create new opportunities. Gumbo said that 80% of the current workforce will be absorbed by private millers, while the remaining 20%, mostly staff due for retirement, but still serving due to lack of exit packages, will be gradually phased out in line with retirement benefits settlements.
Well, I think the issue of redundancy and laying off of staff inherited from the public mills, yes, it is a concern, but I think there's also a silver lining in the whole thing. You see, because the public factories have not been able to generate profit for over 30 years, it means that they have hardly employed anybody in that time. So what is happening is that if you go to Moroni, if you go to Chemelin, if you go to Nzoia, if you go to Sony, over 70% of staff there is over 50 years and over. In fact, some have gone past their retirement, but they cannot be retired because these factories don't have any money to pay them. They can't pay for the leave days unpaid for, they can't pay for their pension dues, they can't pay for gratuity where that is required. So it is an issue, yes, but to my mind it is not as big as it is being made, because a lot of these guys should have retired anyway. What we are now doing, the government, in the agreement signed with those who have leased the mills, it's very clear that nobody will be released until they are paid their dues. The government is working on that. No government will employ anybody for the purpose of making them redundant. It's not possible. Some of these issues that we have come across is also because of poor management. You go to Sony, for example, and I think this was really wrong. You find employment far in excess of what it's like. Even they didn't assess the operation cost and to match it with the labor force that they need. Even when the ministry clearly gave instructions that no more employment should be undertaken, Sony still went ahead and employed people. So this is wrong practice, and it has to be corrected, because no one opens a business for the purpose of only paying salary. People run businesses to be able to make income and out of it. So these are some of the expenses that we are seeing is because of bad labor practices and generally governance, wrong approaches to governance, general governance, and especially governance within the public space. So I want to assure all these workers that we assist of the matter. We are discussing with the new owners of the mills, and majority of these people will be employed. But like I said, most of them anyway are approaching retirement. So what we should be talking about is how do we make their retirement process as pain-free as possible.
Now, today, Kenya joined the world in commemorating World Cerebral Palsy Day, or an annual global event that aims to raise awareness, celebrate the community of people with cerebral palsy, and advocate for greater inclusion, access, and rights. With the 2025 campaign theme being Unique and United, the founder, Agape Special Center, who was speaking in Risambu, has called on parents to children with cerebral palsy to bring them out for them to get help, even through therapy, among other ways.
Nancy, the founder and director of Agape Special Center. We handle kids with various disability, including those ones with cerebral palsy. It's our high time kuambia wazazi wenye wanatusikiza wafichue watoto, wawalete Agape ndio tuwasaidie pia. Watoto pia wakifanyiwa therapy, they improve in great way. Tunauliza ule mzazi yako pale amefungia mtoto awatoe.
Today we are here at Committee Prisons Grounds for the Cerebral Palsy Awareness Day, which is held every 6th of October to remember and to share moments and with the people living with cerebral palsy. And today we have a lot of people here with us from Agape Center, which is here in Roysambu, and handling children with cerebral palsy, but also with the Kiambu leadership on issues of disability. I think for us, the message that was very clear today is on unity and uniqueness for the people living with disability.
My name is Anthony Maina, resident here in Roysambu, and we've gathered here today to celebrate a unique day whereby we are celebrating people with cerebral palsy. And we are creating awareness and reaching out to the communities around us so that they can bring out these special kids, these special people that we are living with, so that they can be helped in a different way. We need mobility, we need therapy, we need empowerment, we need medical support. That is what we want to be helped with.
My name is Sami Brayo, and I'm a differently abled motivational speaker and artist, and we're here to celebrate the World Cerebral Palsy Awareness. Yeah, and I'm happy for Agape Special Center for the invitation, and also the Mheshimiwa. This is a really amazing project that to show these people that disability is not inability, and to show them that there's always hope in life. And if somebody like me has overcome the challenges I've overcome in life and be there I am, then even then they can be something in life. So I'm always happy to be such part of such projects to show people that anything is possible if you put your mind into it.
National Council is an organization that is under the Ministry of Labour and Social Protection. Its main work is to support persons with disabilities and to ensure that their rights are upheld. We actually work a lot towards advocating for the rights of persons with disabilities. Recently we have a new act in place, that is the Disability Act 2025, and it has so much to do with persons with disabilities to ensure that their rights are upheld.
Public Health Principal Secretary Mary Muthoni has decried low turnout in youth registration for the Nyota program, calling upon youths to take advantage of the program, which unveiled in August during the International Youth Day celebrations in Kakamega County had been scheduled to start in September. Muthoni convened a high-level meeting with Kirinyaga provincial administrators at Kerugoya Girls Hall, saying that the long-promised scheme would now begin.
So the highest number we got was 46. You see, we have work to do. I would rather be saying that there's a problem. Tulipata mia, but we did not know how to scale them or to sieve them. Wewe, kama MCA, please mobilize. Let them be 500. Kama pesa haijatosha hii ya World Bank, sisi tutaenda kutafuta pesa mahali kwingine, so that the program can scale up. So it would be very, very important as leaders, because nyinyi ndio serikali, nyinyi ndio watu. We go all out tonight because the system is opening. Muambie wasilale. Saa 6 ikigonga hivi, mtu akuwa na dial *254#. Ndio mtu asiseme asikuje asubuhi. Ni kama venye tunasema hata kwa SHA. Mtu akikuja kukuitisha pesa ya kwenda hospitali siku hizi, kwanza unamuuliza iko wapi registration ya SHA. Ni hivi. Mtu akikuja kukuambia nipatie pesa ya kuscale up ile car wash yangu, unamuuliza umeregister Nyota. That is how we can ease our work as leaders.
Kirinyaga, we are not short of projects. That is why tunasema sisi siasa hatutaki. Siasa hatutaki kabisa. We want people who are going to tell the masses and the citizens of this county what the government is doing for them. And where there is an issue, we are a listening government. We are able to listen and be able to identify problems and correct them at any given time.
As the government intensifies efforts to ensure exclusive youth empowerment through the Nyota program, eligible women and people with disabilities are being encouraged to enroll and take advantage of the existing opportunities the initiative offers. And speaking in Kisumu during the Nyota sensitization meeting, PS State Department for Children Services CPA Karen Angengo underscored that the majority of the initial applicants were male, despite the program offering a 50-50 chance to both men and women. Additionally, very few people with disabilities made the application during the same period.
This is an opportunity which gives 50-50% opportunity for women and men. So we had noted that initial applicants, there was disparity in gender. Majority were men, while women have been left behind, and so also we are giving opportunity to the women. We had also seen that some people with disabilities had not applied. So we have also come here to encourage people with disability that the government is going to give 5% of these opportunities to people living with people with disability. And I want to also clarify that each ward will get a chance of 70 youth to be registered successfully and be trained from this Nyota project.
Mine is to call upon all the young people who are eligible to apply for this opportunity so that we make sure that Kisumu County benefit in this program. So I know we have our Ngao team here. They'll be coming to the grassroots. Kindly young people, when talked to, take advantage of the opportunity, apply, then you will be a beneficiary of this great program.
And with that report, we're now taking a short commercial breather, but don't go far. We're coming back with more in a jiffy.
Unatazama Mwangaza TV, tumaini lako.
Kumbe hata unanipigia ushafika. Mko vipi?
Tuko salama kabisa.
Ndio mmeingia saa hizi? Funguo ziko wapi? Una driving license?
Niko nayo.
Hebu nione kwanza.
Mimi niko na experience ya Shakameta.
Wow. Oti? Fungua gate. Shuka kwanza. Leta funguo. Kwani nikuulize ulisoma wapi kuendesha gari? Umeniambia unajua kuendesha gari, aibu angalia vile ambavyo unatarisha maisha ya watumizi wengine wa barabara. Kwani wewe?
Nasulinyambia unajua kuendesha gari. Wewe na Shakameta mko hivi. Nini imefanyika?
Hebu ingia, nataka nikupeleke Jewel Institute of Advanced Driving School. Utende ufanye refresh. Kusema kwamba ujikumbushe. Hebu ingia hapo hivyo twende.
Excellence and quality driving school instructions is what Jewel Driving School offers. It gives you an experience like no other, accredited by NTSA. A driver's safety comes along with careful driving, bearing in mind other road users and pedestrians included. We offer theoretical driving classes, executive classes and refresher courses. We offer training on both manual and auto transmission vehicles, and our training are based on the new NTSA curriculum. We are located 5th floor, Jewel Complex, Ruesambu, next to TRM Thika Road. Come join us and experience a driver's confidence. Jewel Driving School. Drive with confidence.
Kemuma Engineering Systems tumetambulika kwa uuzaji wa vyombo na vifaa vya usalama kama vile CCTV, intruder alarm systems, electrical fencing, razor wire, intercom systems, access control systems, automatic gates, general electricals, fire and smoke alarm system, na fire extinguishers, solar panels, batteries, inverters, na charger controllers. Tutembelee leo. Duka zetu ziko Nairobi, junction ya Kamae Road na Gaberon Road. Duka la pili, Nyandarua House, orofa la pili, room 204, Pwani Guest House na Mark Plaza Kasarani, opposite Kasarani Police Station. Tupigie simu 0793 949494 au 0793 494949 au 0758 121212. Kemuma Engineering Systems. We mind your security.
Usipitwe na vipindi uvipendavyo katika runinga ya Mwangaza. Unaweza kutufuata na kuzungumza nasi kupitia mitandao yetu ya kijamii kama vile Facebook, like and share. Ukurasa wetu wa runinga ya Mwangaza tufuate kupitia Instagram @Mwangaza TV Kenya, Twitter @Mwangaza TV, mtandao wa TikTok @Mwangaza TV, YouTube kupitia Mwangaza TV Kenya. Mwangaza TV, tumaini lako.
Unatazama Mwangaza TV, tumaini lako.
Welcome back. Now, leaders from both political and national government officers from Meru County have today been sensitized on the National Youth Opportunities Towards Advancement Nyota project. And speaking during the said sensitization forum at Kamunde Hall, Meru Town, Principal Secretary for Diaspora, who was the chief guest, Rosaline Jogo, said Nyota project is a government initiative designed to boost youth employment and income generation through business support and savings culture. She said the eligibility criteria is one that must be between the age of 18 to 29 years, 18 to 35 years for youth with disabilities registered with NCPWD, be a Kenyan citizen who has not gone beyond Form 4 level, possesses a national identity card registered in your name with your national identification card.
The whole thing about today is young people who have a viable business idea, getting a little bit of training and money so that they can set up good businesses. Okay, are we together? Very well. The third one is about youth savings and social protection, which includes things like saving through the Haba Haba scheme and a maternity cover with a maternity income replacement. And the final component will focus on strengthening employment systems and digital skilling to build the capacity of counties and institutions to increase resource allocation for youth employment programs. Good people of the county, you want me to repeat that? Okay. The fourth component will focus on strengthening employment systems and digital skilling, build the capacity of counties and institutions to increase resource allocation for youth employment programs. Every ward has an opportunity for 70 young people to take up these opportunities. Get young people to do this application. It is available on the phone. It does not have to be a smartphone. A simple feature Mulikamuizi type phone is going to work.
And for you to appreciate this problem, because you are involved, most of you are involved, tunaenda recruitment ya police na ya army very soon. Utaona vile watu watakuja kupigania hizo kazi. You even not able to select because there are so many people who qualify, but tunaambiwa per sub-county labda 5, labda 6, maybe 10 people. So we have a big problem. But that's why this program is very important, that 70 youths from each constituency are going to benefit from this particular phase. And we are very grateful. Tumeambiwa tukuja tufanye sasa, we are training trainers. Sasa nyinyi sio mnaenda kutrain watu wengine. Tunafanya training of the trainers. Tuwaambie the importance of this program and why it is very important that you as partners, as the implementers of the last mile of government policy.
And at least 200 lecturers at the University of Kabianga have joined the national-wide strike called by the university's academic staff union to pressure the government into implementing the 2017-2021 collective bargaining agreement and kickstart negotiations for the 2025-2029 CBA. The strike, which began on Monday, has paralyzed learning activities at the institution located at Belgut constituency, Kericho County. And speaking during a press briefing on campus, Dr. Alfred Bett, the UASU secretary, said the lecturers would not resume teaching until the government meets their demands.
This strike is national. It has been running for the last 3 weeks. And we are hoping that the government will give us what we want before we call off the strike. So the strike is national, and we are waiting for the National Secretary General to call off, then we start teaching. However, we want to ask our students to be calm, to continue studying on their own, to use the library and other facilities within the university as we try to solve this problem once and for all. For this university, we have several demands that are falling under local CPA, which the management has told us is trying to address, but the current strike is national. Some of the internal issues that we have includes non-payment of part-time claims. It includes gratuity payments. It includes tutorial fellows that we want them to be converted into assistant lecturers, so that they also benefit from facilities like loans from the banks.
Serikali haijaweza kulipa huu mkataba na malecturer wameonelea kwamba hawatafunza mpaka ile siku yenye serikali itatimiza hiyo hadi. Serikali imekataa kutimiza hadi ya maongezi ya 2025-2029 CBA ambayo tunatarajia kwamba waanze maongelezi. Hivi sasa katika chuo kikuu cha University of Kabianga hakuna masomo. Waadhiri wote wanazuiliwa kuingia ndani ya chuo, na sisi tunaona kwamba hii ni hujuma na hatutaruhusu serikali kutumia intimidation kusumbua malecturer ama waadhiri Kenya mzima.
Center to these issues are the 2017-2021 CBA, which is 7.9 billion. We agreed way back in 2020 that this money be paid, but the government contested. And for that reason, we followed the legal course which they had subjected us to. And at the end of it, we won. And earlier this year, the Attorney General advised the Ministry of Education to organize for the 7.9 billion to be paid. But since that time, the government has done nothing over it. Second issue which has to be addressed before we consider coming back to class is the 2025-2029 CBA.
And still on matters strike, medical students at Moi University have appealed to the government to urgently intervene and end the lecturers' strike, which has now entered its 4th week. The students expressed disappointment over what they termed as lack of commitment from both the university administration and the government to ensure learning resumes and academic calendars are restored. They said the prolonged industrial action is delaying their graduations and preventing them from serving the nation in the health sector.
Kwa kuwa nimekaa hii shule for 10 years, nilijiunga na hii Moi 2016 October, wakati ambapo mgomo ya Moi ilianza officially. Kwa sababu nimekaa hii shule for more than 10 years, nikishangaa sasa already mimi mwenyewe nilijoin late, but sasa now I'm almost going to nafikia ile umri wa kuretire, na sijamaliza undergraduate. Na naomba tu serikali iweze kuja kutusaidia hasa sisi wanafunzi wa Moi ambao tumeteseka miaka nenda miaka rudi. Hakuna mwaka ambao huwa unaisha kama hakujakuwa na mgomo hii Moi. Na mwaka moja wa Moi unakuta ni miaka 3 academic calendar. Ndio maana tumekaa sana hii shule. Tunaomba tu wanasiasa waache kuzunguka nchini Kenya wakipeana empowerment ambayo isaidie, wakuja washughulikie masuala mawili muhimu ambayo ni afya na masomo yetu.
Each and every year there's a strike that is happening in Moi for 2 to 3 months or even 4 months. So we've stayed in school for a decade. Because I joined school when I was 17 and I'm turning 26 in this school. It's so tiring seeing the same environment and not moving forward with our lives as students. Our patients are suffering out there. We should be trained as doctors and move forward with our training, go for our postgraduate and help the country in the healthcare sector.
I've been here in this school for the last 8 years. Thank you so much for giving us this platform. And I speak on behalf of final year medical students at Moi University. We are not just students, but young Kenyans who have dedicated the last 8 years of our lives to becoming doctors of this country. But medical school usually takes only 6 years. We have now overstayed 2 additional years, not because of failure of lack of effort from us, but because of circumstances that are beyond our control.
And that report now brings us to the end of this bulletin. Many thanks for staying with us, and thank you to everyone who has made this a success. My name is Daisy Paul. I'll be Matthew for sign language interpretation, and on behalf of the entire team, we wish you a good night.